still got mentors. I don't have too much pride, and I will never know it all. Never. There's always room for improvement, always room for growth. Now we're going to jump right into SEX addiction, just signs and symptoms real quick, y'all, overview. But also we're going to get into what it looks like when you might start seeing that in a relationship, how it affects the relationship, y'all. So get back over here. All right, y'all. So the question is, what are the symptoms of SEX addiction? I just wanted to rattle those off really quick. Obsessive thoughts around SEX and self-pleasure. I won't say the M word. Y'all know what the M word is, right? So obsessive thoughts around it and obsessive self-pleasuring, right? Spending a lot of time planning when and where you'll get your next sexual high, engaging in risky behavior related to SEX, and then experiencing withdrawal symptoms when you can't engage in that, right? Same thing with alcohol, same thing with food. You start to feel a certain type of way. Those symptoms of an alcoholic person, substance abuse and all that, y'all, they do have physical withdrawals. But when a person's dealing with SEX addiction, how's that manifesting, right? I didn't hook up, I wasn't able to find, so how's that showing up for you? Pay attention to that. I'm angry, I'm irritable, I can't think straight. I'm popping off on people, I'm about to do something crazy. Or guess what? Going to the extreme to get your fix. This statement, I don't want us to take this for, it's a high level overview, y'all. None of this is like 100% etched in stone. Y'all know I'm on Google. That's my reference on here. I always try to play it safe. But I wanted to read this statement, y'all, because how do people with an addiction to SEX, how do they act in a relationship? That is literally a question that came up in, the research that I was doing. Somebody asked that. And then it says they opt for temporary pleasure rather than deeper qualities of normal intimate relationships. I thought that was very interesting. I'm gonna read that again. So if a person is dealing with an SEX addiction, it may show up in their life as far as their relationships are concerned. They opt for temporary pleasures rather than deeper qualities of a normal, I hate that word normal, y'all. I don't like the word normal, but intimate relationships. And we haven't talked about this before, y'all, but there are phases to the addiction cycle with SEX. With anything, there's phases, right? I think, Rumi, we talked about that, right? Thank you, Miss China. With me being an alcoholic, y'all, there were times that it starts with that thought first, right? Same thing with SEX, preoccupation, right, Rumi? There were times I'm at work. It's noon and I can't wait till 5 o'clock. So guess what? I'm not even working fully because I'm calling my friend, texting, trying to figure out where we going for happy hour. I got it's so stressful today, right? So your mind just becomes preoccupied. SEX addiction, preoccupation with SEX. Next thing, ritualization. That's the next thing, preparing for it. What do? Hop online real quick, right, Rumi? What did we do, Rumi? You call, like I said, ritualization. I got a ritual. I know what to do when I start getting that. So with the SEX addiction, I'm setting up my next date. Yep, Rumi, one track mind. I'm online. I'm doing this thing that leads me to that. Next thing is the acting out phase. The act. Right? Remember the act of drinking, the act of gambling, the act of eating that food in that moment. And then finally, what's the last phase? Despair, the guilt. That's the cycle of addiction, you guys. Preoccupation, ritualization, yep, the act, and then the despair, the guilt sets in. I'm not gonna do this no more. And I always mention this to y'all during, right, Rumi, when I was drinking, y'all, I would say, this is my last, go on, take it to the head, right? Hey, Bingo Glitter. Hey, God bless you too, my friend. Hey, Miss Pooh, thank you for my heart, me. Right, Rumi, that made you go a little harder too, and you knew it was the last time. Subconsciously, though, you know that's not your last time because you're not ready to give it up yet. Hey, Mr. Motion. Hey, Miss Pooh. All right, that's what it feels like when you're in the addiction cycle. Preoccupation, ritual, the act, and then the guilt, right? Then it starts again. How long in between, though? Patterns of behavior for a sex addict, they can't remain loyal to one partner and may cheat on their significant other, guys. That's what you see quite a bit with a person with an addiction. And a lot of times you don't know it yet, right, y'all? That's why I say when people are cheating all the time, yeah, Miss China, yeah, I don't want to give out names, but right, you've seen it too before. Like I've seen that up close and personal. Because then, again, y'all, when Miss China, I love what you wrote, Miss China, because that fuels the mental health issues that we see. What happens when a person is cheating and cheating and cheating, cheating and cheating? The person who's getting cheated on, you sitting there trying to figure out, how do I make this right? What do I do to make you happy? Guess what? A person with an addiction to this, they will not be pleased because it's not about you.